Alina, the sound is off. Sorry. Alina, we can't hear you. You're switched off.
So now is okay?
Yes, better.
Oh, friends, nice to see you all here and online, online. So many international friends with us today. I'm so happy to see you here, all your shining eyes. So let's begin our meeting. I'm so sorry we did like a bit, but our timer saved us, so everything will be okay. So my name is Alina. I'm president of Toastbusters Club, and I want to start this amazing meeting because today is but we also like this day because it's beginning of spring session, but about it later. Okay, so Toastmasters International. Today I see just few newcomers, and I want to ask you to the stage to introduce yourself, why you're here, and what you explain from this meeting. Please come to the stage and say a few words about you.
Hi guys, good evening. Hi.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe first. My name is Tahir, and I'm just interested in experience of conversations and speeches in English, just English learner. That's all.
Hi guys, my name is Miklos, and I am from Hungary, and I am visiting Moscow now for a few days, and so I thought it would be a good idea to meet new people and to have another Toastmaster experience than what I have in Hungary.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a seat and have fun today. And our international friends, for the first time in our meeting, please say a few words to us. Patricia and Chris,
Yes,
could you please say a few words?
Yes, I will. Thank you so
Hello.
much, President Eilina, for the opportunity. Oh, sorry, Chris. Yes, I'm really delighted to send greetings to all of you from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. My name is Patricia. The time now is 12:45 a.m. in Kuala Lumpur. I'm really excited. I'll be speaking later. Thank you so much. And back to you, Chris. Take it over.
I'm Chris Mason. I'm based in Williamsburg, Virginia, USA, where it's 11:45 a.m. in my time. My home TM club is the Australia Toastmasters in Fosters, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. area. I dream of becoming a virtual DJ, and I plan on making a documentary that's based on my life. It's been almost 15 years since I met some damn Russian students, that's foreign students, and all other foreign students while in my town. It's been almost 15 years since that moment. Again, I plan on becoming a documentary star by chronicle a portion of my life and turn into a documentary film. That's my dream.
Okay, thank you very much, guys, for introducing us, and a few words before start about Toastmasters. All of you know that it's huge community, and we are part of it, our club, Toastbusters Moscow Club. We are already 10 years old club, and we are here to improve our public speaking skills, our leadership, and make new friends and be happy and feel positive vibe every time we are here. We are here twice a month, and we have structured meetings. The first part is prepared speeches, and the second is feedback session and table topic session. So I would like to ask all of you to make your first step in this public speaking and try to do your best and try to take part in all activities that we have and we'll ask you to the stage. So, please mute your phone and online, please mute yourself. And now I move forward, and now I'm not a president, I'm Toastmaster of the evening. Hello, my name is Alina. The theme of the evening connected with Chinese New Year, and you know that yesterday was the first day, and for everyone, Chinese New Year is known as Lunar New Year because of this lunar cycle, lunar calendar. So every year it's a different date from 20th of January to 20th of February. So this year it fell to 1st of February. So yesterday we started a year of Tiger. Like celebration, I think more than 1 month we continue to celebrate and celebrate. The first time it was Christmas time, then it was New Year's time, then it was our 10th anniversary celebration, and here we celebrate Chinese Happy New Year. So thank you for this, that you come to have this party with us, and a bit about Chinese New Year and why here we can see oranges. It's not so easy because few traditions that they have it's not about oranges, about apples and pomelos and other circle fruits. Eating or eating fruit is beloved Lunar New Year tradition in many Asian cultures, expressing love and thought to bring good luck. So don't hesitate to grab these oranges to your home because it's full of love and happiness and success and positive vibe of today. And one more tradition there, such what they have else, such as exchanging red envelopes with money, and they have what else? Eating long noodles for a long. So you can try it because Chinese New Year it's from 1st of February till 15th of February. So you have 2 weeks to celebrate this big party. And if you haven't yet make your wishes, you have amazing time to do it. You feel free. Our New Year is already done, and you don't need to prepare your olivier and something else, and you just need to feel free and make new wishes for New Year. So let's go further, and the first participant of our meeting is expert of time, and I would like to invite to the stage our Alex Efremov. Please welcome.
Thank you. Yes, I am Alex Efremov, and today I timer, and let me introduce this timer. We have 3 cover marks for time. First marks it's green. If I show this mark to speaker, it means it was 1.5 minutes before end. Second mark is yellow. It means speaker reached half of end, and it depends. It means he was 1 minute, and the last mark of cover. It's right. It means that for your finish, it was 30 seconds. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And the second expert that we have for today is our grammarian and word master. I invite to the stage our Olga Batmaeva.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Olga, and it's my first day as a member in this beautiful club. Yes, and also I have the new role, grammarian. It's I feel so responsible for it. What does this mean? This week I need to active listening everyone. Make my notes what's going good and wrong, and my report should be like positive and constructive. Also, second thing, I wrote the specific word, and we will ask our speakers to use it during their speeches, and I will count how much it's like little game. Okay, thank you. Good luck to everyone.
You can announce this word. Okay. Yes. Oh my God. I think it will be secret. No, it's not secret. Everyone should use this word.
Someone should stand here and hold it over time.
Oh, okay. So the word is balance, so use it well. And we have another experts today, and one more expert is our accountant, is our beautiful Maria. Please welcome to the stage for a few words.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to see all of you today in our club. And my name is Maria. My role is a accountant. I also will be so active listener today for you, and will count inappropriate words and some hesitate sounds like and so on. And at the end of our meeting, I will articulate my report and to get to know about your mistakes and some mistakes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maria. And the last expert that we have, but it's very interesting role. And I would like to invite to the stage to explain your role, our Andreas Pavlov, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will learn to catch the main ideas and facts, speakers' ideas and facts. And in the end, I ask you questions to understanding. And the most attentive support themselves, ensure themselves, as the Italians say, dolce vita, or English-speaking people, sweet life.
Thank you. It was experts, and now we go further, and I would like to invite our first speaker for today. It is our friend from different club, and his name is MG. He is an engineering student. Two things he loves are vanilla and hoodies. He will be presenting his first project in level 2 of his persuasive influence pathway titled My Leadership Style. Please welcome MG on this stage.
Hello, everyone. As mentioned, I'm going to be giving a speech on my leadership style, but yeah, am I audible? Yeah, I'm going to be giving a speech on my leadership style. But one thing you need to know is that prior to this, I had no idea. I've never stopped myself and asked or examined how I related with others in leadership situations. So what I do when I usually have a problem or a question I can't get out of my head, I just go back to the person that always helped me, my lifelong mentor, youth. So, and this is what he said. And looking at my life experiences, what I've come up with. So growing up, me and my brother has always been close. We eat together, we play together, we go to school together, and we fought each other. Given that there's only 1.5 years in between us, this was inevitable. So I was a year ahead of him. The time came for me to go to boarding school. And a year later, he joined me. So I was in 8th grade and he was in 7th grade. And one thing you need to know about the boarding school, the nature of the boarding school is quite similar to the army ranks. 8th graders spend time with 8th graders, 9th graders spend time with 9th graders. There's a senior and junior relationship, like a kind of segregation. Nevertheless, we are brothers. We're supposed to stick to each other, right? And given that I've been in the system for a year, I can show him around on how not to get in trouble so that he'll have an easier time adjusting to the system. So I thought. So I told him what to do and what not to do, and this pushes apart. I should have been the cool older brother he wanted, but instead I was being the guardian I thought he needed. And the second time when it comes to leadership, I remember was when I was a senior in the boarding school. I became a prefect, not any type of prefect, a house prefect. It's very crucial to the boarding school system when you're a house prefect because you're in charge of a house. Out of the 6 houses we had, I was in charge of the 8th graders' house. I was responsible for making sure that every day they wake up before 6 a.m. to go to school. I have to make sure I organize and command the sanitary activities, that the house is clean and tidy, the uniforms are washed and ironed, and the bed is made and all that. And then if they have any problem, they come to me. I'm responsible for them. This was my first time actually being responsible for someone else. And this is called the bureaucratic style of leadership, which is something I shouldn't have used with my brother earlier. And the third time is when it comes to lending money to friends. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but this is kind of like a formal element to it, For instance, when a friend comes to me and they ask me to lend them money, I ask them one question and one question only. I ask them, when are you going to bring it back? They tell me, I write the date down, I give them the money, and I say no word about this until when the day is already, in which I will ask them, like, what's up? And usually what ends up happening is that they will say, oh, something came up, they didn't have the money, there was an issue, which is valid excuses, right? It's like they're valid excuses. But the way I function usually is, when you give me your word, right? I expect you to uphold it. When you give me a time, I expect you to keep to that time. But if they have come prior and told me that actually they can't make the date, I'll say, cool, let's choose another date. And that's it. But what I am now getting from what they tell me, those types, what they say is that, well, they feel embarrassed, like, yeah, we had an agreement. They said they're going to bring it back at this date, and they feel embarrassed to come and face me that they can't. So that's why they say nothing. And to me, the way I function is better to inform you rather than just me being like guessing what's happening really. Like, because what I tend to assume is that probably you're using the fact that we're friends, so it's cool. Like you don't really need to bring it back. You're using that as an advantage or something, not to give the money back or something. So in conclusion, what I've learned is that leadership, when it comes to leadership, it's more like our temperaments. Everybody is subjected to different personalities and temperaments, right? So, for example, I am an authoritative and inventive leadership. That's my leadership style. But I can't use it all the time if I really want to succeed all the time. We as leaders have to learn to modify our ways, to be fluid, to change, because we have to be empathetic in the sense of empathetic when it comes to people who are trying to lead, right? Everybody has a different way of doing things, and you have to adjust yourself to that style, not being grounded in what your leadership style is. So the first step of being a good leader is not by stepping forward. The first step of being a good leader is by looking backwards at the different individual group you have, and then stepping forward to the ideal, to the goal that you guys are trying to reach. Thank you.
Thank you for your inspirational speech. And we move forward, and the second speaker for today is our Anna. She's love the good challenge, also love multitasking and finding new business ideas. The song that drives her is All I Do Is Win by DJ Pop. So welcome Anna to the stage with your project, Balance is Sexy, Understanding the Role. So please welcome to the stage.
So balance, right? What is balance to you? What do you think? Why is it sexy?
The word of the day.
Well, it's the word of the day, right? So I got a couple of points already for who's tracking the word of the day. I already have some points I hope. So, what is balance for you?
I think it's about to keep everything, multitasking.
Good. What is this everything? What aspects are we talking
Balance in
about?
a snowboarding, not to go down.
That's physical balance, yes, but we're talking about life right now. Yeah, you're right. What kind of balance can we think about personal life? What are we balancing?
Wait. Accounting balance, equilibrium, work-life balance.
Yeah, we're talking about
balance
life
of,
and your
positive
daily life.
and negative feedback.
Okay, yes,
Work-life balance.
yes, good. I'm going that way. Yeah, good. And you were talking about finances, which is also important. Sport, when it comes to health, very important. So balance is a word that is chasing me since I remember. Really, it's really very my personal health. So the question is, do I have any balance? No, I don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You can never really have it. So what is the thing with this? What is balance? The way I see balance is balance in your personal life, which means mental health. I don't know if you guys like to talk about it in Russia, but in the States, in other countries, it's very popular to talk about mental health. I'm talking about being healthy with your mind, not being anxious or depressed. That's mental health. And addressing what is the root of the issue, whether if you have one. That's one. Second, when it comes to personal life, in my opinion, is my personal relationship with my family or my closest friends to me. That's very important to me too. That's part of my personal development. The last one within the personal sector is, okay, friends I already mentioned. So then work. How many works do you have? How many jobs do you have right now? Okay.
Is it Toastbusters also, bro?
Yeah, it does consume to work if you are part of the board, then yes. It takes time. So anyway, that's another story. Yes, right now I'm balancing 2 official jobs that pays me and 2 volunteer jobs that do not pay me anything. And so I have like 4 jobs. Plus, I'm going to master. I'm doing my master degree, so I am going to this university. I am the leader of most of my teams for some reason. People come to me, although I have no idea what I have to do. I am always the leader and the coordinator of the teams. I am running a new business right now, which I am very stressed to even get upset for anything because I just don't care anymore. I'm too tired. But I have to run everything and whatever. I don't have a partner. Do not tell my partner that I'm saying this. But my partner comes to me for every question. So that's getting me very anxious. And that is the problem. You see, the circle is going back to my mental health. Right now, I am very anxious. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? No, right? I am very close to a breakdown, which is what I wanted to talk about today. Balance is something that I've been trying to work on for my life. I'm always trying to be good at the things I do, the things that I like, of course. The things I don't like, I don't care. But the things I like, I try to be good. It is hard because in the moments in my life when I had the biggest changes were the most stressful, the most painful, physically, mentally, in every way. But I put everything in, and that paid off, and you have no idea. Right now, I'm in this change right now. And I'm gonna tell you about it, because that's what I wanted to talk about. The first big change, when I went from being a lawyer to do marketing, I was working a full-time job as a lawyer. I was compensating my subjects to American school in Peru. So I was doing that. I was also working as a volunteer in marketing because who's gonna pay someone who doesn't have any experience, right? So I was working part-time as a volunteer. So part-time, full-time, plus some lessons. And I was running some other clubs just for the experience to put in my resume. How many hours did I work? No idea. I woke up 6:30. No, 6:30 I was at work. I woke up at 5 every day and I went to sleep at 2 a.m. for 6 months. Extremely tired. Very, very tired. Actually, I think days when I got benched the first time. But in 6 months, I managed to do what someone did in 3 years. I became a marketing director and I left Peru and I started traveling around the world for 1 year with this. Then I came to Russia, second moment in my life, when I needed to again go back to balance because I was going crazy trying to find a job in a country that I didn't speak the language. Very hard. So I had to give up on that and I was doing teaching at the same time because I needed money, of course. I liked it. Then I decided, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it well. And I became an entrepreneur by myself. I managed and I sacrificed a lot of parties with friends so I can be with the top people in this country, the richest of the rich, because my dream was, and I think you remember, working for the rich and famous. I almost work with the famous, but I am working with the rich right now. And I'm glad I reached my top. That was the second time. The third time right now. Oh, very tired. Very tired. I'm doing the university. I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go back to corporate world. I'm already doing everything I wanted to do as an entrepreneur. I want to do more. And I went back to being a university student plus my private student. And now I decided I'm ready to find a job. Found a job somehow. Full-time Russian speaking, which is very fun because I don't speak Russian very well. And for one day, I was the senior marketing manager for this company. On the second day, I became the head of marketing department. What do I do there? I have no idea. I mean, I have an idea, of course. I pretend that it looks like nobody can see how I feel. I am very anxious pretending every day at work. Very tired to be here. And to be honest, I prepared this speech in like 10 minutes. So, the main takeaways. The main takeaways. What is a success without health? Right? Money comes in. How are you going to enjoy it if you are anxious or tired or depressed? How? doesn't mean that we have to be poor and not chase any personal accomplishment just because we want to be healthy. We need to find a way how this is going to work. How can we make this happen? How can we achieve our dreams? Maybe not so crazy as I do. This is my style apparently. But how are we going to make this work? How are we going to manage our work, our new projects, and have time at the same time for our personal life, our bodies, with sports? How are we going to do that? And that is a question I ask myself every time. Not all that. I have plans sometimes, I don't have sometimes. I hope and I wish you to have balance for the rest of your lives. Thank you very much.
Speech. And we have last speaker for today's meeting. It's our international friend. It is Patricia. She is a stakeholder by profession. She found her passion in public speaking via Java TMC while pursuing her MBA in 2014. She is the District 51st Toastmaster of the year 29 till 2020. She believes Toastmasters is a platform of self-transformation to becoming more effective communicator and more influential leader. Currently, Patricia is District 51 Division P Director. So, our international friend, welcome to our virtual stage, please.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you can't hear me right now, send me some emoticon or just give a shout. Before I give my speech, I just want to find out how many of you have seen a real tiger before? If you have seen a real tiger, great. I'm seeing some hands right now. And to make sure that we have a balance of the audience who has seen the tiger, I'm going to give you a little bit of the background why I have named my speech The Tiger. How many of you believe that tiger is a strong, courageous, and a brave animal? If you do believe, yes, I'm seeing some hands right there. And definitely a lot of hands. How about the live audience? Are you guys able to hear me loud and clear? Live audience, hello. I definitely would love to connect with all of you. In fact, today, the tiger is the speech that I wish to share. First off, I'd like to share with all of you that we have a tiger in all of us. Do you know that human beings can be as bold, as courageous, and as strong as a tiger? Why? Let me share with you. I believe that all human beings are strong, courageous, and powerful at the same time. Because this year is the year of the tiger, I have decided to base my speech to share with all of you how to awaken the tiger in you. How many of you would like to awaken the tiger in you so that you can have the best year 2022? If you're ready, fantastic, I see that. I'm going to share with you 3 quick tips on how to awaken the tiger in you. Tip number 1, in order to awaken the tiger in you, we need to remember the first C that we need to have. What does the C? It's the power of clarity. In order to be a tiger, we need to be very clear of our personal goals. In fact, your New Year resolution, if you have any of that. Why? Because if we don't know why we have to do something, then we'll be confused and we'll be spending time not so effectively to reach our personal goals. the fact that I am here today to share this message with all of you, because I know in order for me to improve how to connect with the audience, I need to step out of my comfort zone, to come into Russia, Moscow here, to share a speech with all of you, to test how effective I am to be a public speaker. And I am very excited to share with you, this is the power of clarity that I'm experiencing. And I am here to test how effective I am to connect with all of you who have not seen me before. Number two, definitely is the gift of call to action. Yes, you heard me right. In order to awaken the lion in us, we need to take action. How to take action? To have a call for action. Like what I'm doing now. Just now, I was a little afraid before I deliver my speech, because I'm not quite sure whether my speech will be interesting enough to capture all your attention. But hey, looking at all the screen right now, 12 of us and all the wonderful Toastmasters in the physical environment, I feel safe. I'm really happy that I took action to be in front of all of you to deliver my passion to awaken the tiger in me. In life, we really have to take action, even though sometimes it can be uncomfortable. There has been times in my life that I felt stuck, that I felt like, hey, I really want to be a great public speaker to connect with all the wonderful people outside of Malaysia. But before the Zoom happened, I was always stuck in my country. And I have to give thanks to the pandemic that allow us to go on to a Zoom airline. We don't have to go through customs. We don't have to go through jet lag. And this is where I am now to share with you my story. The third gift to awaken the tiger in you definitely is to, yes, it's another C word, is to continue our learning journey. Continuous learning will allow us to really experience the powerful tiger in all of us. Right now, I would like to pause for a while and pay a tribute to all of you there. Even though this is the first time we are meeting one another, and probably we may not meet again in the future. But what brings us together is really the vision that we believe in continuous learning. Isn't this the common vision we all have as a human being, so that we can make a difference in our community, our workplace, or perhaps our home? And before I end my speech, I'd like to definitely make a summary of the gift that I'd like to share with all of you in order to awaken the tiger in all of us. The first gift, the gift of clarity, that gives us purpose in life so that we stay focused no matter how difficult it is. The second gift, the gift of call to action. We need to take appropriate action to make sure we can achieve our goals, even though our goals can be very far away. When we feel disheartened, let's continue to learn. That brings me the third gift, the gift of continuous learning, so that we can really make our world a better place, even though we don't see each other again perhaps in the future, but we are running the same race to make our planet a better place. With this, I hope my speech is balanced in a way that I'm able to serve all of you as a speaker today. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. And back to you, President Toastmaster of the Day, Alina. Thank you.
Lisa, thank you very much for your speech, and we are happy to see Tiger and new Tiger here. So happy, happy new Tiger here for all of us. So, and now we have a small break for 5 minutes, and after we continue our meeting with table topic session, and I encourage all of you to take part in this interesting part of our meeting, and our newcomers also. So before we start trying oranges and special oranges, don't hesitate to grab it to home because it's very, very energetic. So we're here, all of us, committee and our officers who helped me to make these speeches, this meeting, sorry. All of us are volunteers, so usually we ask to donate few rubles in our box, or you have agenda and our special number where you can send a few money to us. So thank you very much, and we'll see in 5 minutes. Please welcome to our snacks.
How's the weather, Anna, in Moscow today? It's very cold here. It's minus 26 Celsius.
It's about -5, I think now.
Oh, good. And I don't read the Cyrillic alphabet, so can you tell me what your name is?
George.
George,
I
nice
will
to meet you,
change.
George. There's a lot of certificates behind you. What are
Yeah.
those? Are those some of those Toastmasters certificates?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's from my another from my
Your studies?
studies and from job. So mostly all people have many certificates, but they don't collect them. They don't put it on the wall. So if you do
Yeah,
it,
it's good. It's
you
good
will
if you
find
have
a
a
lot of
wall.
them.
Yeah, I have quite a few certificates in a box over there.
Yeah,
I might
Wow.
someday put them in a wall.
You have few
there is.
boxes of them?
Yeah.
That's
They call them
amazing.
bankers boxes. Well,
Oh,
you can see them over. Those aren't all certificates,
wow.
but I think I collect too much stuff.
That's great. Because I'm a certificate collector as well.
All our good stuff, ain't it?
Hi,
And
Chris.
it's
Sorry, what was
somewhat
that?
from the year of the tiger. The year of the
Yes.
tiger.
Yes, Year of the
Miss
Tiger.
Patricia, I
Thank
understand what
you.
the year of the tiger is coming from China. No,
I'm from
no,
Malaysia. Yeah, but I'm
East Asian.
Chinese. Yes. Nice to meet all of you. So where are you from?
I'm
Milers,
based
is
in
this
Williamsburg,
how
Virginia, in the USA.
you are in USA, Virginia?
Yep, Virginia.
Which district is that?
Williamsburg, Virginia, in the USA.
I see. Great.
I'm with the York Sally's Toastmasters. That is my home, based out of the Washington,
Oh.
D.C. area, which includes parts of
Wow.
Northern Virginia,
Great.
which has the rich history, of course.
Yeah. That's good. Miles, where are you from? Because I missed the conversation earlier.
I'm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Oh my God. I was born in Saskatoon.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah, I used
I'm
to
in
travel
Malaysia
to
now.
Saskatoon.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
what a
my
small
work
world.
took me to Saskatoon. And now you're in Malaysia.
Yeah, I'm in Malaysia. It's like super
Kuala
hot here.
Lumpur?
So I'm working here now because my parents, they came to Malaysia, like they came back to Malaysia. So I've been here for a pretty long time. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's minus 26 Celsius here in
I miss
Calgary, and
my
I imagine
winter.
it's pretty cold in
know.
Saskatoon.
Yeah. But I really miss my winter. I know it's weird and it's like, hey, no way. Yeah, but I do. That's good. Okay. So
It's what is the temperature now at your place?
at my place is 30 Celsius. So it's really hot. It's like summer.
Too hot.
It's
We
really
have-
hot. Yeah.
Sometimes we have such a temperature only in summer.
Yes, yes. Where are you from? Which part of the world?
I'm from Moscow.
Oh, you're from Moscow.
Russia. Yes. And we have, as George said, we have -5 now.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's -5. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. I used to live in Canada. I'm in Vancouver, besides Saskatoon. So the coldest was around -12. Yeah, but Saskatoon was really cold. And Greg, where are
-12
you
is
from?
normal.
Yeah. Which part of the world are you from, Greg?
So guys,
We're called to order.
Okay. All right. We're back.
Guys, please have a seat with oranges all together. So we start our second part of our meeting, and I would like to invite to the stage our amazing guest, Madam President of Toastbusters. It's our amazing club, Russian-speaking club in Moscow. And she also cheerful lawyer and active traveler. So welcome to the stage, Natalia Chernenko.
Thank you so much. Hi to everybody once again. And first of all, thank you for this warm welcoming. First, I'm already a few years like an experienced Toastmaster, and you had an anniversary 10 years at Toastbusters. But the first time, my first time here at Toastbusters.
Sorry, Natalia, come closer to the microphone.
Oh, yes, it would be so difficult first time to travel also on the stage, but I'll do my best to be next to the microphone as well. So in the second part of our meeting, Toastmasters meeting, it's one of my favorites. No, actually it's my favorite part of the meeting, especially when I'm on the stage and you are here, and I will put questions to you, and you come to the stage and you will answer. So it should be amazing. And I encourage you to come here to me and to talk to me a little bit. We have today the topic last chance to make your wishes. And I would say it's a last call to make your wishes, but I do believe, I strongly believe that there is no best time to formulate your wishes. You can do it every time, and it's just one more good reason to think about it, to formulate it, to tell us about it. So I don't want that you will tell us all your secrets and your desires, but maybe you just would like to do it, and you can do it. So it's an impromptu speeches. Everybody is welcome on the stage, and it be involuntarily or voluntarily or on my own decision. You just come as the stage. I will put the question, and you have 1 or 2 minutes to answer this question. It should be truth, or it should be like only your imagination. We can check it, but it should be very interesting and maybe funny. So let's start with this, and I prefer someone very experienced to come to the stage and give an example. I see one hand. What is your name? Are you experienced Toastmaster?
Yeah.
Great, great.
Official Toastmaster Club member.
So you're welcome. Nice to meet you, Yuri. So I have an envelope, like this one. What should I do?
Come closer.
Come closer. So you?
No,
I got an envelope. You can choose one paper for me. No, just inside. Outside. The number is 2. So, and of course, I hope that you understand that I can read everything that I want from this list. It's supposed to be 2, but. So your question is, what would you do if you didn't have to work? What would you do if you didn't have to work?
Okay.
And don't forget to use the words of the day. So back to 2 minutes.
Okay. First of all, hello again, the 11 desperate people who have finally come here, and 9 people who are not desperate enough to come here. Well, okay. Well, I would like to answer in some original way. Okay, let's assume I would spend all the money I would have within the limit of the reasonable for charity. For example, if I was the president of Russia, I would spend all my salary for charity. That's it. Okay. Sorry, I'm very brief. I'm very brief in answers. I have the talent of being eloquent, so I have to put up with my being brief. Thanks.
I see one more hand. Just on the last row. What's the name? Sergey? As far as I know.
No, Alexei.
Yeah,
I'm
Alexei. So, okay, so it's a story from our Slados club. Slados matter. Of course, Sergey has his twin brother, and we have also always his joke.
Yeah.
Alexei and Sergey, so you can choose. So.
I can choose, right?
Yeah, you can choose, Alexei. And at the end of this wonderful session, we'll vote for the best speaker. So you have the chance to be the winner.
Okay, so number one.
So I
Number
suppose
10.
number 10, but I'll check if it's enough for you. To tell
This is the most difficult question.
Is there anything you want to talk about? Just a question here. Okay, so your question is, what would you do if you were the opposite gender for a day? Alexei, your question is, so, please Sergey. Should I repeat the question?
No, I understand the question. Yeah, it's a really tough question because it's very hard to even imagine. But okay, let's think. I would say that in many cases, I can see that many people, women or men, say that, oh, it's so hard nowadays to be a man or to be a woman. It's very hard because blah 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 blah. And I think that it always depends on the particular person. What do you do, and what is your behavior with another person? So I think that I would just be for one day as a woman, and I will check that not so hard to be a woman, not so hard to be a man, but the main thing is how you what is your attitude to another people. And I think that it's some kind of provocative question, and that I will go, I don't know, to some parties and just rave for one day. But I think that's no. I will just keep calm, because if I turn from man to woman, and then I don't know how many days. How can I be sure that it's only for one day? Maybe I will stay in the same body for the ages. So if I just break my body for one day, going to the party, then what's the point? Hence, I wouldn't go to some parties. I will just try to talk to another persons and see how they react. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you for this amazing speech, and I don't want to be on your place, and I don't even think about it if I were a man, so I'm at the time a woman. You are supposed to raise your hands, and I'd like to see all of your hands, but your hand was first this time. Mohammed, right?
Yeah.
So nice to meet you. On the stage, my envelope with the sun, with the green sun. Yeah. It's supposed to be, but we have a chance yesterday.
9.
9.
I'm not sure.
Should be 6. Nice. So the idea is that when you hear these questions, you can think about maybe your memories or your dreams or your desires, just like something scenario. So your question is, what is your greatest memory from childhood? Share one important memory. Good luck.
I don't know why they always seem to be like our snakes for some reason. Really. Like, I remember there was one time I was coming back home, because like the era we lived in when I was growing up was quite humid, and like there's like a lot of greenery. And during the rainy season, what happens actually is like when you have snakes living in the burrows in the land, they come up for because it gets too hot. When it's like rain, it gets too hot, so they come out, you know. And sometimes they enter the houses. So I was coming back with my dad, and I saw this. It looks. Have you ever seen the engine of a car? Like inside the belts is big, you know. For some reason, I feel like it's a belt or engine belt. Somebody like poke around and then just throw it out in the compound. And I went out to reach it, and my dad kind of hit me. Like, can I see? Like, it's a snake. So yeah, that was one. And then the second one also happened during the rainy season. I was running with my brother, that I told you about. We were playing around, and we have this. I can't remember what the fruit is called exactly, but it's kind of orange like a fruit, but it's very big. I can't remember the condition, to be honest. And it was windy, and some of them usually when it's windy, like it grows so high, you know, high up, so they fall when it's windy, right? So we went out to go and get some, you know. And in the bushes, like we could hear sounds, something slithering, snakes again. So, and then it was dangerous. We could have died or something. We got some, we ran back home. And then I was like, because if we told our parents, so that was our secret. Yeah, it was fun.
Secrets with us, and one was story about Brazil, video Brazil. So to be a nice topic master, I should also ask our online audience if you would like to participate in our session, best ever session in to speeches. If someone you say hand there. I see, yes, exactly, Olga. And Miklos will be the next one. Yes, Olga. Please, do they have enough time for that? So for we have you or okay, Olga, your choice is doesn't matter. The second time I'm cheating and I choose my open question. That one? Okay. Did we have 10? No, we have 10. No, we have 10. What would you do if there were 30 hours in a day?
Please come close to the microphone.
Olga, we can speak closer, yeah.
Be close.
What would you do if there were 30 hours in a day? 30 hours in a day. What would you do if there were 30 hours in a day? One
Oh my
answer.
God.
Okay.
I'm thinking. I'm here. Not here.
30 seconds left. Your answer is?
My answer, 30 days. Oh my God. I think at first I will make a list. What is or are makes me more happier every day, everything, especially small thing. It's related to life balance and everything which you not get during your life. Second thing, I think I will make posts on Instagram or somewhere else and find out who go through this. And third one, I think I will do something crazy. I don't know, maybe jump and I have this parachute or something. I don't know, or maybe swim with the sharks. Oh, I don't do something crazy. I don't know exactly. Exactly, it should be crazy. And then what exactly? I don't know. Maybe I will change my gender and go to the club like a man.
Yeah, it's true. It's for sure a crazy idea. That's your ideas, and you should think about it a little bit more next time. You'll tell us about your craziest ideas. Oh, I see one more hand. The number, and you should speak to a microphone.
7.
7, exactly. Nice question. I love it. Actually, the question was, what would you do if you missed your flight home? But I would ask you the other one. What I'm most proud of about myself?
About myself.
Not about me. Yeah. But it's also.
So they say that like wise people say that it's not good to be proud, to be proud of anything, because that's like boosting your ego too much, and you should not attach yourself to anything in a way that it makes you proud, because it's not you, it's something else. But if somebody put a gun to my head, and if I had to name things that I'm proud of, is probably that I have my own entrepreneurship, and I can work or I can not work wherever I would like to, or I can travel to Moscow and I can work here or almost anywhere in the world. So that's one thing that makes me proud. Other thing that makes me proud is I have an 8-year-old son, and he's super smart. He inherited his genes from his father, obviously, in this aspect. What else I'm proud of? I'm proud of that in Hungary, everybody thinks I'm stupid because I started to learn a crazy language, and nobody understands why I started to learn, and it's Russian, and nobody understands why I even thought about learning it. So those are three things I'm proud of.
Answers. And one more person. Last last call. It was Miles, I believe. Okay, Miles. Last
Natalia, Miles Flag wants to speak.
I see. So your question is, you can choose actually the number, or I can choose the question for you, the best one. It would be, what wishes do you have for your country? The question is, what wishes do you have for your country?
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. What visions do I have for my country? Well, indeed, that's what I'm all about now in this home stretch of my life, is how do I get my fellow citizens to be more participatory in their governance? And to that end, you can read my letters to Her Majesty the Queen, which are open letters where I indeed actually encourage people to listen to what she has said over the years. So Queen Elizabeth II is, maybe you didn't know this, is actually the head of state of Canada. And a lot of people, I don't think in my country necessarily appreciate that they are technically to be in allegiance to her. to humbly serve and be obedient to her. Now, the word obedient, you must remember, is derived from the word to listen. So we should be listening to her over all these 70 years. And I think if we did, we would actually be a much better country. Because what does the Queen say? Well, you listen to her every Christmas. If you do, she has a Christmas message. Now, the thing I want to emphasize, though, is that her presentation of the Christian message is one of openness. And I would maintain that her interpretation of the Bible is actually that we should respect all creation stories. And to that end, I'm learning to be a better citizen by appreciating the Indigenous people of Canada, the First Nations. And to that end, I acknowledge that I am on Treaty 7 territory, which is the traditional territory of the Niitsitapi, the Blackfoot people, the Kainai, Piikani, Stoney Nakoda, and also home to Region 3 of the Métis people. And my belief is that we will be a better country. My wish is that we will listen to the elders of the Indigenous nations of Canada and appreciate their message of peace and friendship, which I know the people of Russia share with me as well. Madam Table Topics Master.
This message from Canada, and what I would do, ask you now, is just to take your smartphones. You are allowed to make it now, and to find this part. Don't be afraid of it. It's just for voting. And I will be with you, just voting for the best table topic speaker. There's one, on the right side. Should we do it now, right?
Yes. Do somebody need my help with voting? Don't you have?
Is it possible you can say us whom I should choose in this list? So you can help me with the answer.
If somebody don't have a smartphone. Okay. So 30 seconds and we continue.
I'm ready. I voted. So I wish your wishes come true. Just formulate it clear, and don't forget to believe in some magic in your life. And thank you for your attention. And it was my pleasure to be here. And I will speak to the microphone next time. Thank you.
And the most important part of our meeting is feedback session, and I would like to invite to the stage our general evaluator is Sergey, who is also known as Alexei.
Now I'm because I went out from the room and then changed it.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. So we are starting our feedback session, and I know, and I checked that we are 10 minutes after our schedule. So let's be prompt and quick. So we'll start from the feedbacks for the prepared speeches, and after that I will ask experts to come up to the stage and say what was wrong and what was okay. So let's start from evaluator of the first speech of the first speaker, and our first speaker is Mohamed Gulma, and personal evaluator would be Anna Rubinina. Anna, the stage is yours.
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello to everyone. Dear MG, can I call you that? Oh, I even could. No, I can't see you. Okay, hello. But my speech, my evaluation is for you and also for everybody. So thank you, MG, very much for your uplifting personal story. The task of your project was to identify your primarily leadership style, and you definitely completed the task, and that is very important for the project. You fulfilled the objectives. And so it was your personal project, right? You had to identify your style, and you gave us 3 examples from your personal life. The cases when you felt yourself as a leader. That was very good. So overall, your speech was well structured and clear to understand. So I have already noticed 2 good points of your speech. First, the fulfillment of the objectives and good structure with perfect illustrations. I also liked your ending. That was strong because you not only told us your leadership style, you mentioned one of the most important qualities of a true leader: to be adaptable, to be flexible, and to understand and be attentive to those who you lead. That is very important, that your ending had a message and the call to action for us all. I also liked your language. You know, I can't, so as you are offline, I'm online, probably I missed something in your speech, but I noticed a couple of moments when you used repetition. You used constructions like when you told us about your brother. You said we went together, we ate together, we, I don't know, studied together. So this repetition always emphasizes your message. And also when you talked about the borrowers, so the third story, you said that you give your word, you give your time, and you give something else. So these repetitions were very empathetic. As to the points for improvement, you know, I really like your voice, the tone of your voice and your body posture. That you're very assertive and confident, though you lack of variety in your voice and your gestures. Probably I'm pretty sure that in the future you will develop these qualities. You will move on stage more, and probably when you told these stories, as far as I remember, you stood, you stood at one place, you didn't move. Probably when you tell different stories, you can switch to the sides and tell each story from a different point of view. So develop your voice variety and your body movements. And overall, so you can credit yourself for the structure, for the message, for the language, and work on the voice and gestures. And good luck and great experience in your future leadership projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna, for so interesting and very detailed explanation. And I wanted to emphasize that each speech in Toastmasters, it has the purpose. And the purpose of your project, Mohammed, was to learn about different leadership styles and to determine what is your style. And I think that you've succeeded in it because you've done a lot of work, and you answered the question, what is your leadership style? with the exact examples of your personal life. And now we are coming to the next speech. Balance is sexy, developed by Anna Gonzalez, and the personal evaluator of Anna would be Miklos Meyer. Miklos, please.
Thank you. I have a confession to make. When I think about sex E, the last thing I think about is balance. So I was really interested when I saw the title of your speech, the balance is sexy. And I was more surprised when I heard that the word of the day is balance. I don't know if that's just a coincidence or an accident, but it's quite funny. So I was really interested. I think the title was already really interesting and got people to raise attention. You started your speech with questions, and you immediately involved the audience, which was I think a very good move. And you didn't just ask one question; you asked, like, somebody answered or I failed to answer, and then you just started to ask more and more questions. You also used the stage. You were walking a bit, but you walked just the right amount. So you were not standing in one place. You walked a bit. Your eye contact was also very good. You looked at the people and you were not looking down or up. I also really liked your high energy and your very relaxed and open attitude. It seemed that you are totally comfortable on the stage. You just seemed like someone who just pops in and just casually strolls a speech. I also like that you gave personal insights into your life, into how many works you had, that you changed from lawyer to being a marketing director. And then you mentioned that you started working with rich people, which I find really interesting. So I was wishing a little bit more detail on that. Like how come? How did you achieve that? And also, why did you stop it? To me, that
I didn't stop it.
Oh, okay, good, perfect. And also, in the end, you finished the speech again with questions that we should all ask ourselves, and that will make us think about ourselves. Are we in balance or not? Now, the things that I was missing a bit, or that could be improved, is that I was really desperate to know how can balance be sexy. So what's the connection, and how can I apply it to my life? Also, you mentioned in one sentence that you prepared only 10 minutes for this speech, and I think you can just leave that out, because if it's a good speech that nobody needs to know, and if it's a not so good speech, then just why would you mention it? So I think you can just leave it out. But other than this, I think you gave a great speech, and I wish you that you find balance in life everywhere.
Thank you.
Yeah, just one addition. That's one addition from my side. So that Miklos didn't mention that the purpose of the project was to practice skills needed to address audience when you're present outside of Toastmasters Club. So I think that you will need to share your mention whether this purpose was achieved or not. Okay, I think that you can do it after. And there was one rude word during the presentation, during the speech, so I think that it's better to avoid it in the future.
Sorry?
There was one rude word.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that you might.
Which ones?
I'm not going to say it loud. Yeah, maybe you can mention. You can say. No, I think that you might.
Okay, you'll
have
tell
it.
later.
Yeah. Let's discuss it after. And now the personal evaluator of the third speech, which title is The Tiger, and it was presented by Patricia Yap. And personal evaluator would be Valeria Kholodkova. Valeria, the stage is yours. Please say something back.
Something back. Do you hear me? Good. Alrighty. Balance is not something you find. Balance is something you create. Today, we witness a wonderfully, skillfully created speech by Patricia, the tiger. Thank you so much. The aim of this rather a difficult project was to connect to the unfamiliar audience that was both offline and online and build rapport and engage us into the speech. And I must admit that Patricia succeeded in that 100%. Why is it so? Let's see what was in her speech and delivery that helped us to follow her and be engaged into this wonderful story of becoming a tiger in ourselves. First of all, I would like to mention a smile and the mimics. What Patricia started her speech with was an open smile that immediately attracted our attention. She also involved us with a number of questions. And by a number, I say 12 different questions, rhetorical, closed, and open-ended. At the first moments of her speech, she actually involved us calling for an action. We were raising our hands, we were nodding, we were reacting. That was her purpose, and that was achieved amazingly skillfully. Also, she made lots of wonderful gestures, like this. So she basically owned the screen. However, I would probably suggest that you step back a little, like 1 or 2 steps back. So we see you not like this, but standing, like the posture. That would involve us even more. Second thing that I liked is the choice of the topic, of course. Awakening a tiger, a wonderful, noble animal in ourselves with the 3 cool, very clear tips is a very good topic. I would say that it was also enriched by the vocabulary. The bright words, vivid images, and metaphorical phrases, rhetoric is great. One thing that I would probably comment upon is the delivery thing, the voice, the vocal variety. Although the language was very rich and the articulation was very clear, I would probably suggest that you add a bit of a tonality, like up and down, louder or softer, something like this. Your voice was a bit abrupt, so the articulation sounded like ding, 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 ding all the time. So be a little bit more careful with this. And finally, the structure of the speech. It was amazingly balanced. The opening, engaging, the body, full of wonderful concepts, and of course, the conclusion, which was the summary of all aspects. I would probably add a little bit of zest of your own personal example. The example with the Zoom connecting online and offline in different parts of the world is wonderful and clear to every one of us. But I would really love to know what was your story of you becoming a tiger. That would involve me even more. To sum up my evaluation, a wonderful, skillfully chosen topic, great structure, wonderful gestures, and wonderful smile and amazing connection with the audience. Step back a little bit, zest up your voice and tonality, and probably a bit of more personality to know you even better. Thank you.
And yeah, I still checking the time, and we're out of schedule a little bit. So let's move forward to the next part of our feedback session. And now I will ask our experts to come to the stage and say what was wrong, what was right, and just encourage our experts to be concise and say what can be improved and what was nice during this session. Yeah, the first expert would be Maria Kalugina, who is our AH counter.
Actually, I'm so proud and glad. So most of our speakers have had clearly speeches, and the most clearest were MD Patricia Yap, Valeria Холодкова, and I would like to pay attention Anna Rubinina for some interpretive sounds, which is in her speech, and Miklos, you when you're a little bit nervous, you repeat some words and prepositions like in, I, if, and in that manner. Anna Gonzalez, you so frequent, the most frequent sound ner, ner. And I suppose this is the end.
Yeah, let's move forward, and the next expert is our grammarian and word master, Olga Balaya. Olga, now the stage is yours. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to say that everyone was cool, and for Mohammed, really, it was a personal story, and I'm appreciated to hear it. And I think it's story show that why you're now a responsible person. What I want to say to you that you tell the word ask a few times. It's ask, yeah, like your brother ask, your brother ask, your brother ask. I think it could be change or something, questioning all the time, telling me something, requesting from me, ask it's simple, yes, between once or twice. Yeah, because it's really personal. I think it would be good. Also, I think you could use a word like a parenting, because you have been like a parent for your brother. And also your brother depending on you. And I think it would be good to use these words for your speech. Another one, and I don't have an idea. I think it was cool, everything else. About Anna. Cool, it was emotional speech. I love it. I have a question about this page, about the balance, when it's coming sexy. But I want to say you use but between your emphasis on something, and you do it like energetically, and sometimes maybe change to something, find something new word. Oh, maybe, yeah. It would be nice, especially when it's sexy, Also, I found out that you used the word reached, because it's all about reaching your goals, money, something else. Therefore, I think if you use got, cover, up to, and something else would be greater. But Patricia, she's the best. I don't know. I have no idea what to say about Patricia. My report. Thank you very much.
Did you count how many times, did you count how many times we used the word balance?
Especially on course.
Okay, so Anna is the winner of the word of the day. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So let's move forward, and the last expert for today is our timer, and I think that he should say a lot of things to us for today, because we are running out of time. So Alex Yefremov, please come up. I think that you must say many things, many words, and mention those who has run out of the time. So, yeah, please come up.
Yeah, today all people have put it in time limits. And what about every person? First of all, it was Muhammad Guma, and he spent 5 minutes 43 seconds. And next one, Anna, but it's a little bit more after time limits. It was 8.5 minutes. And the last person is Patricia. It spent 7 minutes 47 seconds. It was masters and short-term speakers. All people was in time limits.
Okay, so yeah, during the table topics, everything was fine. And for the experts, are there any experts who run out of time?
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah. That experts know by themselves. Yeah, they know it, and yeah. So let's wrap up the things. So as the experts, it was a pleasure to sit in the back row in this meeting and see how it's going. And I can say that despite of we have one major person who prepared all this stuff, I think that it was running very smoothly today, and everything was prepared and was nice. Everyone knew what to do and how to do. And I can say that here in this club, what I liked a lot is how Zoom is integrated into the meeting. Maybe because of the big monitor, which is put here. But it was really nice, and I was shocked by the number of persons and guests who connected via Zoom. So it was very nice. And I think that there is only one thing left, is our quiz in the end of this meeting. So let's welcome Andreas Pavlov, who will be our quiz master for today.
The first block of questions. What is the first step to become a leader?
To back forward.
For the yeah,
To go back.
Muhammad, speaker Muhammad, and the question was, what is a first step to become a leader?
Answer is to go back.
What?
To go back.
Looking back, yeah.
Is the right
Yeah, I think it's,
Yeah, looking back at the at different individual characteristics of the group, and then stepping forward to lead them to the goal. Yes, it's correct. And what was the grade of the speaker's brother when he came to the board school?
What was remember?
Board school. This is
what was the grade?
special kind of school. No, school. The second.
Eighth grade.
Eighth grade?
9.
Who is closer? 7, 8. Who is closer?
My option is 8.
With confidence.
8.
9.
9.
But I think it's, someone has mentioned it already.
I said 9.
You said 9. Okay. It's for
I
you.
was guessing from the.
What was the right answer?
9.
Seven?
Wait.
And the second block of questions, what is the key word to balance and type of balance?
Remember.
What was the question? Can you repeat?
Type of balance. What type of balance?
Yes.
Work-life balance or emotional balance.
Financial.
Sport balance.
So, who is the
And what about physical?
Health.
No, we can. I believe we can consider that this answer is correct. No, no.
I can share because it's too much. Who was the second one?
second one was a G.
Yes.
Close enough. And is it necessary? Is it necessary to think about question? What is success? Could reach without health?
Can you reach success without health?
What is success without health?
It was just an open question.
It's not
It's fine.
Need to be not
But
I think that we can't reach success. Need to be not to enjoy the success.
I have 4. Sweet.
It's all
Sports.
questions.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Andres, thank you very much. Okay, yeah, I think that it was a really funny meeting, especially in the end. And yeah, let's move to the president's closing remarks. Alina? Ah, okay. Yeah, I think that Alex has won this table topic, right? Okay, so let's ask about the results of the table topics.
I've already checked who is the winner of the award. Let's begin. So, I would like to know with the best table topics today. Yeah. So the best table today is Nicholas. Russian.
Next speech will be in
Yes.
Russian. I
Okay.
understand. Wait. Nice photo, guys.
Thank you.
It's for you.
Really?
Okay. Yes. For now, it's more serious. You have a second core quote in your agenda, and I would like to ask you to evaluate our meeting for today. Please, 30 seconds, evaluate our meeting. It's the second one, pure quote. Yeah? It's about all our meeting, yes. All roles, all in general, all our meetings. So if you have something to say, you can say. Welcome.
Speaker 4, speaker 5.
Yes, it's usual. Usually we have 5 speakers. Do you?
Usually we have 3 well-prepared speeches.
I'm joking.
Job master, did we have?
No, today,
Oh,
no.
I just took it.
So you can miss it.
Done.
Okay, we are ready to continue. So I would like to ask you to come to this club in 2 weeks later. It will be 16th of February. It will be our contest, evaluation contest. So if you want to join us, please welcome. If you want to join our club here, please welcome to me. Ask me how to do it. And I again ask you to donate some rubles for our club because of to organize all of this stuff. And after this meeting, we will go to after party. If you want, you can join us and just for a cup of coffee and talk. Feel free and have fun and chat. So if you want. And what I want to say every time, and forget about it every time, let's make photo together with our international friends, and then we will close our meeting. So photo together, please come to the stage, everyone, and I will try to prepare photo. Yes, please.
No.
Yeah.
Селфи на фоне нас. У нас принято так делать. Let's do a picture like this.
So thank you guys. Thank you for be with us tonight, and let's see again next time. Bye bye.